कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः।
Morning, respected Kari Sarkar Ma'am, Head TPS Miyapur. Mrs. Hema Jayawardena, Principal, Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Headmistress, TPS Miyapur. Deputy Principal, Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Coordinators and teachers of both TPS Miyapur and Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Great Sri TPS Miyapur and my dear friends. Welcome to a fun-filled, yet very interactive and interesting collaboration session with learners from Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. We take this opportunity to welcome our partner school and are excited to share our learning of our IDS project titled Traditional Trinket.
The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of these people. Truth in its essence, India is a land of splendid culture that makes it one of a kind. Its cultural diversity makes it unique and beautiful. India is perhaps one of the most diverse countries in the world. From the attire worn by the people belonging to different communities to the languages spoken and even in their food habits, the country both reflects its diversity and varied heritage.
India's culture and traditions are something which has now become renowned all across the world. Be it a heartwarming namaste or the majestic red kumkum, from the natural earthy fragrance of mehendi to our very own popular golden milk. Ah, haldi doodh. Indian traditions have surpassed the national boundaries to pave a way and create a benchmark of what culture and traditions are. We all have some ancient traditions, and as a reminder to keep them fresh and alive in the minds of generations, these are being carried down from one generation to another in the form of stories, possessions, and mementos. I will show such an astonishing glimpse through my culture box presentation.
You are right, Achintya. But culture and traditions of any country are incomplete without mentioning jewelry. In Indian culture, jewelry carries spiritual and ethnic connotations. In ancient times, the jewelry gifted to women in the form of Sridhan formed a significant part in women's material possession. The jewel beads are endowed with mystic magic and God's love. Many traditions believe that jewelry invites good omen. It is a mark of auspiciousness. I have some stunning items displayed in the presentation that truly reflect India's culture in every bit and pieces.
Oh, really, Divyana? Are you going to show us the items in real that Achintya told us? So let's begin then.
You are right, Pritish.
Pearl set. From the popular city of pearls, Hyderabad. This is a beautiful pearl set, a piece of delicate art. Shell earrings and necklace set. Versatile and youthful, this is a vibrant shell necklace with dainty earrings to complete the set. Beads necklace. From traditional to modern designs, something that never fails to add a unique charm to women's appearance is
Bring it close to the camera. Take the piece and show it close to the camera. Only the piece if you want. Yeah, very pretty. Yes.
is
Thank you.
beautiful beads jewelry. Here is a bright red beaded neck piece. Lock bangles. Trendy and stylish, these lock bangles, colorful and intricate. Silk thread bangles. Bangles that rule the heart of every woman because of its thread finish. Are colorful, soft silk thread bangles, a kind of thread jewelry which is both perfect and popular across all ages.
Show it
Adult
closer like this to the
girls.
camera, Divya. Ah, that's right. Yeah,
From adult to girls.
that's beautiful.
Jerkin stone beaded Mangtikka. This is zircon stone studded Mangtikka, which is placed on the headline with a drop pendant that gracefully sits on the center of the forehead to bring out the perfect look. Stone nose pins signifies womanhood, elegance. In India, the nose piercing is as much as a part of tradition as bangles, a Mangalsutra, or a bindi. Toe rings is placed with these elegant toe rings are worn by Indian women as the symbol of being married. Bindi is placed between the eyebrows, which denotes the mystic third eye of a person. Jute letter holder. This is a letter holder crafted out of jute, popularly known as the golden fiber.
Charka. With pride and dignity, let me present charka, or spinning wheel, a symbol of freedom, unity, and equality in India. Wooden toys. Traditional Indian toys made out of natural material aren't just for fun, they're informative too. For example, the bullock cart represents India's village life. Russian or nesting dolls. Russian or nesting dolls carved from wood are one of Haryana's speciality. Veena. A stringed Indian instrument depicted by the goddess of arts and learning, Saraswati. Madhubani bookmarks. These ever popular Madhubani, an Indian style painted bookmark, finds the reader not only with reading books, but also to keep admiring the art too. Embroidered cloth coasters. These are beautiful handcrafted kata stitch coasters, famous for their simple and intricate designs from West Bengal. Marble candle come incense stand. Is a charming marble and candle stand. It's a charming marble incense and candle stand, and it's a decorative item and reminds us of India's marble beauty, the Taj Mahal. Haldi Kumkum holds a significant place in India's traditions and culture and is believed to bring positive energy and improve focus and concentration. Mehendi graces every important occasion and is associated with good luck and prosperity.
No doubt, jewelry enhances one's beauty. But besides this, it also symbolizes wealth, status, represents an aesthetic and material satisfaction, and is a piece of art of sheer craftsmanship with significance and health benefits attached to each piece of jewelry from head to toe. For example, a ring finger with a ring in it is considered good for our health, as nerve is connected to the heart through brain. We got an amazing opportunity to enhance our knowledge and dive deep into our country's culture and also the culture of other countries through international dimensions in school. Before we share our learnings, on behalf of DPS Mayapur, I request our friends from Sri Lanka to throw some light and strengthen their research done about the country.
It's a beautiful day, a significant day, a joyous day. Today, we are gathered here in a virtual conference in order to get trinkets and culture. Before all, we are ready to play a short video regarding our alma mater to introduce ourselves to our new friends.
Sri Lanka is anyway a beauty in the map of the world, and Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya is an addition to its beauty and reputation without any doubt. Situated in Gampaha district in western province of the island, the school nourishes thousands of little but smart brains every year with knowledge, attitudes, sensitive emotions such as love and compassion, and also the brightening aspects of ancient culture of the nation too. Over 7 decades ago, the school was established in the year 1948. Thus, The socio-economic service rendered by the school is longer than 70 years and immeasurable. We are proud to mention that our school is among the few schools that are with the highest academic performance in the country. Since every year we achieve the highest results in all examinations held by the government. The school is always with the tendency not only to educate the students but also to convert them into respectable, responsible women for the future world, blessed with skills gained through various extra and co-curricular activities. Traditional dancing in Sri Lanka is popular all over the world for its endemic glamour and glory. Traditional trinkets worn in performing those dances are a significant attraction that carries the image of the country to the peak of popularity. The school assures that the students are made aware of not only traditional performances but also the trinkets bound with them through core and extracurricular activities often organized by the school. The person behind all these present glory and acquisition of the school is none other than the Madam Principal, Mrs. H.A.H. Jayawardena. She is the pillar of success and the force of consequences too. This opportunity to collaborate with an esteemed school in our neighboring country, India, is considered a precious golden opportunity by us, since we expect it to be another landmark on our way to add more shine into the lives of our beloved students. We wish honestly that this newly established partnership may prosper and bring about win-win results for both our schools.
Beautiful. Are trending. It is wonderful.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We'll continue then.
Yes, please. We are so excited. Yes.
Now, I would like to invite the Madam Principal of our school, Mrs. H.A.H. Jayawardena, to speak a few words to the gathering that is waiting eagerly to listen to you.
Good morning, everyone. Dearest headmistress, Madam Raina, and the teachers of Delhi Public School, India, Deputy Principal, and the teachers of Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka, and the loving students of both schools. This is a really precious opportunity for all of us because we have been neighbors ever since. And I feel sorry that it took so long for us to meet each other and get engaged in a collaborative effort to enhance our relationship. But it's said that we are never too late. So let us begin a close friendship from today. This partnership will enable our dearest students to be intimate and supportive to one another in future. I make this an opportunity to thank you for inviting us very specifically, and I express my gratitude on behalf of students too. They enjoy this short period and learn much about the topic. So I thank every person behind this, Although I do not mention their names one by one. They will be doing their best for the benefit of the children who are the future of our nation. Let us enjoy today's program and hope for closer collaboration in future. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam. Making jewelry is an ancient craft in Sri Lanka, which has been in practice for centuries and handed down for generations. Sri Lankan jewelry represents the community from different areas of the country, like the Kandyan Hill Capital, coastal areas, and down south. As a multicultural country, the jewelry of different ethnic groups varies significantly, whereas trinkets of the indigenous community have their own specialities. Today, through our presentation, we will be guiding you through the broad variety of trinkets of our country, Sri Lanka, and its culture. So, without keeping you waiting any longer, I would like to invite my dearest friend Tisali to start the presentation.
Thank you, Penumi. So, hello friends. Today, our topic is traditional trinkets and the culture behind them. When we are talking about Sri Lanka's traditional trinkets, the most famous Sri Lankan jewelry set among the foreigners is our Kandyan bridal jewelry set. It was originated during the hill capitals. In the history, those were handmade and were specially designed for the royal families. These accessories symbolize the wealth, prosperity, strength, well-being, and passion. In the past, they were worn by the men and women of royal and noble births. But now, this jewelry set is used to decorate the Sri Lankan traditional or the Kandyan wedding couples. So when we are talking about the bridal set, it's quite expensive and is quite similar to the Indian Kundan Meena jewelry set. The bridal set is mostly made using 5 types of metals, which are gold, silver, copper, lead, and brass. This jewelry set consists of 26 pieces, such as described next. So there are several accessories in this jewelry set. So let's talk about them individually. The first one is the sun and the moon. These are the sun and the moon as I'm showing now. And these jewels decorate the head of the bride. The sun and the moon are linked to the eternity, and brides wear them to depict a satisfying and a long-lasting marriage. The second one is the Nalalpatiya, or the head chain. This is the Nalalpatiya, or the head chain. It also decorates the head of the bride, and it's worn around the head and the forehead. It's a chain made of gold or silver, and also there is a pendant at the midpoint, which looks quite similar to the one in the throatlet. As you can see, friends, today I'm not wearing both the Nalalpatiya or the sun and the moon. Along with Sri Lanka's tradition, unmarried maidens are not allowed to wear these jewels. Only the bride on her wedding day wears them on an auspicious time. So now we will be talking about how the bride is decorated from her chest to her knees. The first one is the throatlet, or the gold patiya necklace. It's the first and the shortest necklace that bride wears around her neck, and it's also called as karapatiya. Altogether, there are 3 types of throatlets. The first one is the white swan, and it depicts the purity of unmarried maidens. The second one is the red makara, and it's worn by married ladies. The third one is the red swan, and it's for homecoming brides. From these 3 throatlets, the bride wears the white swan throatlet, which is called as Hansaputua in Sinhala. The 4 padakam necklaces. This is one of the padakams, and I'm wearing 4 of them They are similar to each other, just the same necklace, but their length is different from each other. So there are 4 chains with 4 padakams, and brides wear 3 sisters pendants, or the lucky pendants, to bring good luck, and the Makara pendant. Makara is how the dragon is called in Sinhala, and brides wear this Makara pendant to bring prosperity and good luck. The Palakka bead chain. It's a long chain with gold-colored beads. The Veraluata necklace. It's also a long chain with gold-colored beads. And here is the Veraluata necklace. Veralu is a famous fruit that can be easily found in Sri Lanka. And the gold beads of this necklace, which are them, looks totally similar to the seeds of this Veralu fruit. The next one is the Agasti necklace. It's a necklace made of gold or silver and agate stone. I will show you the Agasti necklace. This is the Agasti necklace, and this is the agate stone. As you can see, it's a red color agate stone. The next one is the Peti necklace. It's called as Peti Mala in Sinhala, which means its pattern is similar to the flower petals. This is the Peti necklace, and it's the longest of the 7 necklaces. As you can see, they are flowers, and its pattern is similar to the ones of the flower petals. Now we will be talking about how the hands of the brides are decorated. The first one is the Selivalalu. Here is the Selivalalu of mine, and there are 2 broad gold bangles worn on each wrist of the bride. There are plain ones, and some ones are decorated with tiny rubies. The next one is Gedivalalu. There are 2 bangles made with agate stones. There are red agate stones in my bangles, and it's a part of the Agasti set, which is worn by the bride. The next one is the Atamudu Valalu. It's a large bangle which has 5 chains connected to it, and each chain has a ring attached to it. And it's worn on the right hand of the bride because the bride has to wear the wedding ring on her 4th finger of her left hand. The next one is Dimiti earrings. These earrings resemble a cup which has been turned upside down and are with miniature pearls suspending down from it. Havadiya, or the hip chain. It's a chain draped across the waist of the bride. The brides wear a special jewelry set called the Agasti set, which is also included in the Kandian Battle jewelry set. When we are talking about the Agasti set, this has also been a very famous jewelry set among women in hill capital times or the Kandian era. This jewelry set was worn by women to depict their richness, which consisted of a necklace, 2 bangles, a hip chain, a brooch pin, and sometimes an anklet. As you can see, today I'm wearing the Agasti necklace, the Agasti bangles, and the Agasti brooch pin. They were first made of silver, but with the modernization, now they are made of gold, using red, green, and white agate stones. So this is how the Kandian, or the traditional bride of Sri Lanka, is decorated from her head to her knees. But at the present, there are some simple changes in this jewelry set, such as the modern bride uses the silver colored jewelry set besides the golden jewelry set. The modern, or the traditional Kandian bride, depicts the Kumari Hami and the queen of Kandian era. These jewels, you must have seen it yourselves, undoubtedly added glamour and beauty into the lives of people. It had meanings, increased beauty, and brought pride and uniqueness to our country. So friends, the information I gathered ends in this point. And if you have any doubts to be cleared, I will be so glad to share my ideas with you all.
Beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
And what kind of a dress have you worn along with it? So,
Madam, this is a sari and it's called the Kandian sari or Osiriya in Sinhala.
pardon, again, I missed the word. Kandian sari or?
Madam, it's Kandian sari or it's called Osiriya in Sinhala.
Oh, Syria. Okay, okay, okay. Wonderful. You're looking very pretty. Ma'am, can you, I think is if you could stop sharing and we could see her on full screen so that the jewelry can be seen. Can we stop sharing and just see the Tisuli in full screen? So that, you know, we can see the jewelry close by. Yeah. I think now we can see the jewelry very nicely. That's beautiful. Yeah, children, could you see the Agasti jewelry, all of you? Because we have studied on this. This is the Agasti jewelry, the stones. And the Agasti bangles, yes. Because,
Yes, ma'am,
you
this
know,
is
when,
an Agasti necklace. This is an Agasti necklace. In my necklace, there are a red color agate stones, but there are also green and white agate stones are used in the, making Agasti necklace.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Tisuli. That I can see the Agasti bangles also.
Bangles,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes, beautiful, beautiful. But
And
what
these
we,
are my Dimity earrings.
or they with the one that will hang down, no?
Yeah, it resembles a cup, and there is a miniature cloth suspending down.
Okay, okay, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Tisuli. Thank you so much. Any other? Anybody wants to ask anything to Tisuli?
No, ma'am.
Yes, it's so clear. Yes. Yeah, now we can go ahead.
So, hello friends, I'm Dinadi from Sri Lanka. So far, we got to know a lot of things about Sri Lankan traditional jewelry worn by women. But in Sri Lankan tradition, on some occasions, men also wear jewelry. And such sort of jewelry are mainly associated with this costume you see, which is the Kandyan male costume, or as we call the Nilame costume. In the history, this was worn by the ministers of the kings of Kandyan kingdom. But at present, this Nilame costume is worn by the Nilames at the sacred temple of Tooth and also by grooms. This costume, along with its jewelry, has traditional as well as religious importance in Sri Lanka. Starting from the top, there you can see a crown with 4 corners, and on it is an adornment in shape of a bo tree. And since bo tree is a symbol of Buddhist culture, this adornment shows these costumes and jewelry's connection with Buddhist culture. And there are 2 necklaces. First necklace is the Agasti necklace that women also wear. But this Agasti necklace is not always worn with the Nilame costume. Talking about the other necklace, it's a bit different. Because with it, there's also a medal with an adornment. This is a Sri Lankan traditional adornment that we call as Berun the bird adornment. And the ring that's worn with this costume is known as Peras ring. And the bracelets worn here are called as Hastakada. In making these bracelets, gems, gold, and elephant tusks are also being used. And with this costume, there's a dagger. This dagger is also a sort of adornment to the costume because of the carvings on it. They are the jewelry associated with the Kandyan male costume or the Nilame costume. So this costume, this jewelry has such a great importance in Sri Lankan culture. associated mostly with the Buddhist culture. Even when you wear it, a lot of procedures are to be done, like meditating before wearing the costume and jewelry, refraining from consuming any meat-based products before wearing the costume for a certain period and when wearing it, and also some other procedures based on Buddhist culture. So these are the information I gathered about the Canadian male costume or the Nilami costume. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.
Thank you so much. Now, do we have people still wearing it now in Sri Lanka? Any king or anybody?
Yes, madam. In weddings, grooms wear these.
Oh, acha, acha. Is it a particular caste or particular? It's only the Buddhist male wears it, or does he follow Buddhism? Only those people wear it?
Yes, on traditional weddings, yes, associated mostly with the Buddhist culture.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. This looks very interesting, and I like that thing about the Bodh Gaya. We have this particular tree is in Bihar. It is in India, where people go there, where Buddha was known to have sat down and got his, he became the ultimate saint or thing where he got his enlightenment. So that is the tree that you see on the top in your crown, and we all go there to visit. And there is this Bodhi tree, which we always call the tree of knowledge. So much of connection between us, because Buddhism is a religion that had started in India, but has gone popular in many countries. One of them is Sri Lanka, Japan, China. But we are all, I think, originally we must have belonged to one land, but to the geographical movement, all of us have separated, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody wants to ask anything? Yes, thank you. We can move ahead.
Hello friends, I'm Janvi Hinsa from Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Today, I'm here to present about the jewelry of our ancient kings. Generally, jewelry have been worn from head to toe, both genders, in all occasions of life, special or routine. History mentions that Sri Lankan king had two sets of ornaments. One was the royal insignia and other one was his personal set of ornaments. King had 5 insignia of royalty and 64 ornaments. It has been referred according to Vijayantha Tantra, which is popular both in South India and Sri Lanka. According to Giger's statement, the first king Parakramabahu came to his second enactment on a big elephant crest, wearing his shining gem crown. The 64 ornaments of the king were arranged from picture into the crown, and also there were 25 ornaments at the time of preparation of rites prior to his consecration. In 1810, one of the painting of Mudlius illuminates that Mudlius wore earrings and necklaces. According to Dambadani Asna, king's sword also considered as a jewelry. There were 64 ornaments according to Dambadani Asna. Muthupota, Gigiri Valalu, Tunkon Mala, Ranhavadi, Muthu Havadi, and crown are some of them. When we talk about crowns, there were 6 crowns as Siddha Odinu, Singha Odinu, Ran Odinu made of gold, Riddhi Odinu made of silver, Mini Odinu, and Satruan Odinu. This is how early Canadian jewelry were classified. In Ummagajataka story, one of the stories of Lord Buddha's previous birth, there are some other ornaments except above, such as Karnataka, Karnikundala Barana, Minivalalu, Pasvalalu, Pamudu, Pasalambe, etc. When we talk about the clothes of the king, he wore a loose rally trouser, and it had been sewn with a white or beige cloth, and it had floral patterns sewn with a gold string. The king wore a long-sleeved jacket, and it had been sewn with a velvet cloth. King wore a pair of shoes and a hat called 8-cornered head. This dress and jewelry added a great deal to the glamour and personality of our ancient kings undoubtedly. So friends, that's the end of my presentation, but I'm ready to answer your questions and clear your doubts.
Beautiful. It's all, everybody has swords and daggers everywhere. Beautiful. Thank you. That will be all. I think. Anybody has any doubts here? I think that will be fine. Well, thank you, Januli.
Thank you, madam.
I'm Sinara from Sri Lanka. My friends presented many traditional costumes and trinkets related to them earlier. All of them have a connection to our Sri Lankan culture. I am also going to talk about the jewelry on one of our national dresses. It is worn by little girls and teenage girls. We call it half sari, which is worn by children and teenagers at social occasions such as religious festivals and ceremonies. In Sinhalese, we call it lamasan. Have you ever seen this dress? What do you think?
We see it, I think the people of Kerala wear a very similar kind of dress in India. Yes.
It is worn by little girls and teenage girls. It is very simple. So we wear simple jewelry when we wear it. See my necklace. It is made of artificial pearl. This bangle and these earrings are also made of same pearl. They are simple but gorgeous. Pearls are very rare, so the jewelry made of pearls are very expensive. So the jewelry makers use artificial beads to make them. They are not expensive and available in anywhere in country. This pearl jewelry is also a cultural mark of our country, though simple and elegant. So this is the end of my presentation. If you have any doubts or questions about half sari, please ask me.
Do you know what is our city called, Sanara? Because something that you wear is connected to our city. What have you worn in your neck? It is a pearl, isn't it?
Yes, madam. It's artificial.
Hyderabad, the city that we come from, is called the Pearl City because it is the largest producer of pearls in India. Okay, we will be sending pearls to you in our culture in a box. You will get to see it yourself. Thank you.
Hello friends, I am Neti Devhara from Gampa Ragnali Balika Vidyalaya in Sri Lanka. Today I am going to speak about the jewelry worn by the ordinary people can be in the history. When history says can be lower caste ladies wore a towel type cloth up to the knee and kept the rest nude without any dress or jewelry. But researchers have found that it's not 100% true. Yes, those women participated in socio-cultural events in that manner, but it has been totally different when it comes to their caste culture and at the cultural events. Look, notwithstanding the class and caste, almost each woman loves to appear bright among others. Depending on the caste, material of the jewelry and dress also changed. Pottery caste, Kumbal, usually made their jewelry with glaze. Weavers used cloths and strings for their jewelry. Carpenters used wood and other tips for their jewelry. However, general Gurgan families had sole liberty to wear for full body with all costumes, as it was explained by my colleagues. They wore necklaces, Havari, bead necklaces, bangles, simple earrings and common jewelry from a long time according to their taste and occasion. But now, liberty is there to wear anything that suits our common culture. For sure, it will remain for some decades in future too, in spite of cultural transformations. That's the end of my presentation, but I am ready to answer your questions and clear your doubts.
Very nice. Anybody?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sanri Hansa from Sri Lanka. Today, I'm going to talk about Sri Lankan traditional jewellery worn by the people in down south. The southern province is one of the 9 provinces of Sri Lanka, the first level administrative division of the country. In general, we call it low country. Usually, the ladies there are wearing a sari with long sleeved jacket made of beaded material together with coral necklaces, earrings, and armlets and bangles called gigirivalu made of brass. You can see my bangle. This bangle is made of artificial pearls and this bangle is made of brass. And also, they use some ornaments for their hair. But the people in southern province don't use heavy jewelry like our upcountry people. Even the bridal jewelry of them have been simple and few. And their partners have worn sarong and a dark coat with polished brass buttons. They especially use a curved comb on head, which was called Nami Panawa in Sinhala, and a stick called Bustamat, which give great proud look to their personalities. I have seen photographs and heard stories about our grandmother's decking jewelry. And my own great-grandmother had some clothing with buttons and coral pearl jewelry. Although we have lost our collection sadly, and I imagine they were fairly available those days. And so this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening to me. Are there any questions? Feel free to ask me.
Is it that the down south of Ceylon is a more economically better off people? Generally, the richer people stay in south of Sri Lanka. Is it like that?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are they richer? Is it because their land is more, they have better agriculture, or why is the southern part of Sri Lanka more rich? Teachers can, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That is richly.
Okay. Ma'am, can anybody tell us why is the more richer people in the southern part of Sri Lanka more richer or doing well off?
No, ma'am, actually, in the past, our country was divided into parts like upcountry, downcountry, and upcountries. The jewelry I talked about, candy and jewelry.
Okay.
And in all those parts, they are rich and low caste in all the parts.
Okay,
So in this presentation, and I talked about how the rich people were. And one of my friends talked about how the people in upcountry, the normal people were. And this Nanga talked about how both low caste and high caste of down country people were.
Okay. It is so surprising for us. It is one Sri Lanka, but there are so many differences even there, There's so much of change.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, though it's a small country,
small
there are
country.
many parts.
Exactly. That is what so much to learn. There is none. And this is the first thing I'm learning, that South Sri Lanka is like that. I'm hearing it for the first time. It's a beautiful learning for all of us.
Yeah.
Because it's a small island for us and a beautiful island. Sri Lanka is a very popular tourist destination for most Indians. So we know about
our country has a long history like India.
And also there is this famous, what is it called? Pottery work that is very famous in Sri Lanka that most Indians go and buy from there. The cups and things, saucers at which most of, what is it called, Raina? That particular pottery that, we all buy those cups and saucers like these kind of, but very traditional cups and saucers. It's very famous and very costly.
Are they made of brass or something, ma'am?
No, like this, the ceramic.
Oh, porcelain.
Porcelain. Porcelain, there's a particular thing, that a brand which is very famous. People come from India, when they visit, they don't forget to buy that particular thing. Yes.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Anybody? Okay, ma'am. We'll continue.
Hello everyone. Thank you
for giving me this opportunity. I'm Himasha Dalmatilaka from Sri Lanka. I'm going to talk about the jewelry of Sri Lankan Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils have been influenced by the Indian culture very much since their ancestors descended from Indians. Thus, their religious rites, dresses and trinkets, food culture, and so much else is quite similar to those of Indians. Below is a description that will provide further evidence for this fact. Okay, now let's have a look at some of the most glamorous jewelry worn by Sri Lankan Tamil ladies, especially on their wedding day. These trinkets add an attractive outline to the bride from head to toes. So let's consider them one by one. First, the Nethi Chutti. The Nethi Chutti, which is also called the bridal mom tikka in a Tamil wedding, is a picture of elegance on its own. It resembles a tiara, rendering the bride the feel of a queen. Studded with gold and red stones, it is a complete picture of richness. Next, the Chandra and Surya, which is also called the Talesaman. These hair accessories made the perfect accompaniment to the bridal mom tikka. It is worn on the bottom of the forehead on either side, shaped in the design of the sun on the right side and the moon on the left side. Then the Chadanagam, an enticing hair accessory. The Chadanagam resembles a serpent that is adorned on the brain. It is designed in varied patterns, including sun, moon, and florals, comprising with ruby and diamonds. The end of this hair accessory resembles a serpent that lends the ornament its name. Next, the nose ring or the nose stud. It can be a small stud with one stone or a bigger one with 7 to 8 stones. This is the designer jewel that is worn on the center of the nose, usually on the left nostril. Next, the earrings. There are multiple variations and designs for the earrings that can be chosen as per an individual's preference. But the essence is that the bridal look is incomplete without these beautiful earrings. Mangamale. Mangamale is a necklace made of mango-shaped gold pieces, stunning in appearance. It may also have stone-studded mango-shaped gold pieces stuck together with a huge pendant with the encrusted peacock. This is a long necklace that is worn on the chest just above the navel and is believed to prevent hormonal disorders. Next, wonky or the armlets. These are V-shaped ornaments that resemble a cobra head. This enthralling jewelry enhances the beauty of a bride's gown. Usually, armlets have an exclusive design of the delicately carved peacocks or florals in the center and on the sides. Next, Ottianam or the kamarband, which is also called the hip belt. Kamarband is tied over the sari around the hip. It consists of the Lakshmi's image in the center, sitting on a peacock or a lotus made entirely of gold. This ornament not only increases the grace of the bride, but also Tamils believe that if worn regularly, it helps them to avoid belly and hip fat. Next, Kolusu or the anklet. Kolusu adds the perfect edge to the entire appearance of the bride, making her look gorgeous. Typical Tamil bridal anklets are made up of silver, as gold is not used as ornamentation for the feet because any jewelry made up of gold, if worn below the waistline, is considered inauspicious in the Tamil tradition. Last but not least, Metti the Tori. Metti is a symbol of a woman's marital status. During the Tamil wedding, Metti, which is a ring made up of silver, comprises 2 to 3 round lines, is lit the second or the third finger from the toe of the bride by her husband. Metti is lit by keeping the toe on a black stone, which is also called the Alila stone. So these are the most important jewelry worn by Sri Lankan Tamil ladies. I hope you could get a better idea about them, and if you have any questions or doubts, I would be glad to clear them.
This is something that we all know because it is very, very close to our traditions. And there is a scientific thing that metti, which we wear on the toe, is the place where there is a connection to the reproductive system of a lady. So it is believed that when a woman wears a metti and that toe, we are giving a good pressure point. It's a very good pressure point, an acupressure point, which will be very good for the woman's activation of her reproductive system, so that, she's healthy, her health, reproductive health is good. So there is a lot of science in that also. I come from a part of Bengal, India, which is on the eastern side. Okay. For us, we do not wear meti during the wedding, but the mother-in-law gives the meti when the daughter-in-law gets pregnant. And that is the time she wears it. And I know many of you will know that when the lady is bearing a child, her legs get swollen up and all that. So if you put the meti and regularly, thing, it helps you normalize the flow of blood to your uterus, and the baby and the mother can be very healthy. So that is a beautiful thing. And also you can know whether the leg is swollen. So in that case, they can take medical precautions, and so these are beautiful. There is science behind these jewelry also. Like the first student said that the sun and the moon on the head clearly shows the commitment that like sun and nature never forgets mankind. So we should also, that's a view. Someone has said we call it Pa Salaba in Sinhala. Very nice. What is Pa Salaba?
It's the anklet, madam.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Call it console.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Thank you so much for the information about those jewels, ma'am.
Yes, they have all significance. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Thelemi Kotugodalla from Sri Lanka, and I'm going to be speaking about the jewelry of the Muslim community of Sri Lanka. The bond between Sinhalese and Islamic people in Sri Lanka is as ancient as the coexistence of the two ethnicities in the country. So it's very important to talk about the jewelry worn by them under the topic of Sri Lankan trinkets and culture. Muslim bridal wedding jewelry has a lot of things, such as the Arabic necklace, matapati, etc. Muslim bridal earrings are usually big. Muslim brides prefer to wear chunky earrings. Also, bridal jewelry generally has gold jewelry. Almost every Muslim woman wears a hijab all the time. So, Muslim brides who wear hijab on their wedding day will want to look unique and highlight their hijab as well. There are a lot of beautiful hijab pins created for the wedding day. The traditional wedding necklace worn by the Muslim bride is made of pure gold. So, Muslims mostly wear the gold necklace along with earrings, other necklaces, and bracelets. However, with the changing world, brides are switching to artificial, heavy crafted jewelry. The wedding ring is an auspicious thing in all religions. So, a wedding ring for women in Muslim marriage can be made of gold and diamonds. The bridal ring sets are chosen as per the standards of the family. Matapati is a gorgeous addition to the bridal trousseau that enhances the look of the bride. The Muslim bridal jewelry set includes mangtika, earrings, necklaces, lehu can either be of 5 fingerings or 3 fingerings. Imam Zamin is worn by a Muslim bride on her arm, which is tied by her brother. It can be of gold-plated or metal-plated. Gold jewelry makes the bride look divine and mesmerizing. The customized jewelry veil looks beautiful on brides who love to cover their heads. If you have any questions, please ask me and I'll share my ideas with you.
Beautiful. The bridal headpiece is very much like the Christian veil, no?
Yes, ma'am. It's very similar.
Okay. What is the color of the clothes that the women of the Muslim women wear? In our place, they wear pure red.
Ma'am, it depends actually on the preference of the bride. They wear any color they want actually, ma'am. So it's they want to look unique. So
okay. For us, it's mostly our Muslim women mostly wear red. That is what.
Oh, very interesting, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, Now, let's move on to another interesting topic, which is the trinkets of tribal people in Sri Lanka. The roots of traditional trinkets of Sri Lanka goes back to the era of Sri Lanka's very first inhabitants, who are known as Badda people. They are an indigenous group of locals who live a very simple and minimalistic life, and they wear eco-friendly trinkets, which they make out of natural supplies in the woods. Most of the necklaces worn by them are made of olinda seeds, telugu seeds, and kirindi seeds, which they use to make bracelets as well. They also wear a necklace called Sura necklace with a pendant called Suraya for protection from evil forces. Trinkets made from coconut shells, seashells, elephant tusks, and deer antlers are still popular among them. That's the end of my presentation. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll clear your doubts.
I think that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello everyone, I'm Umasha Nitindi from Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Today I'm going to talk about jewellery worn by people in coastal areas. A significant quantity of jewellery was produced in Sri Lanka in the 19th and into the early 20th century for local Ceylonese and expatriate communities. Most of the people who lived in coastal areas wore silver colored jewellery. Much of it was produced in the southern coastal region rather than in the Canadian interior. Many examples found there were to United Kingdom, where they often turn up in collections and for sale, and all the frequently are misattributed to India. This is the most evident with coastal Sri Lanka hairpins, which almost invariably are described as smuggled turban pins by auctioneers, perhaps out of ignorance or possibly in the hope of getting a higher price for them. Known as Kondakura hairpins, each has an arrow like end and a bottle shape. Many of these hairpins have been fitted with pins so that they can be worn as brooches. Fashion among the coastal Ceylonese changed towards the end of the 19th century. Hairpins fell out of favor and so many were converted to brooches to be worn on the upper chest and shoulder, reflecting a new fashion for them. Others are set with pink sapphires. Other brooches were also made and sold to were pendants. The jewelry tends to be fashioned from silver or silver alloy as well, sometimes with the inclusion of small gilded sections. Others are set with pink sapphires. This jewelry tends to feature scrolling floral and foliate motifs associated with tropical Sri Lankan interior. Many brooches impali kathirimala flower, a design that is often seen on Canadian silverwork of the 19th century. That's the end of my presentation, but I am ready to answer your questions and clear your doubts.
Thank you, dear.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, one of our Indian friends asked for more information about the dagger, that ornament.
Yes.
Madam, when we are talking about the dagger, it's I think you know about swords, right?
Yes.
It's more like a sword, and it's smaller than sword, and it was used as a self-defense weapon. It also was used by the king and the Nilame. Nilame is a high caste. We say the husband of the Kumarihani. He was a high caste man, high caste level man, and he and the king used this dagger as a self-defense weapon. But today, along with the Nilame costume, we say this is as the groom, the traditional groom, take it as a jewelry of his costume, and it is decorated with gems and pearls. But in the past, they were used as self-defense weapons. Okay, ma'am, that's all.
Thank you, Tasali.
Thank you so much. Okay, ma'am, you're mostly welcome.
Hello everyone. I'm Sihasna Mudalije from Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. Today, I am here to present you about the trinkets of gypsies in Sri Lanka. Do you know who gypsy people are? They are a type of people who live in Sri Lanka. As for them, they live a poor life. I would be more correct to say that they are a group of people who lead a nomadic life, moving from place to place, living in temporary housing, earning their living through irregular odd work. When it comes to their outfits, the jewelry they wear stand out. Though they do not have much money to spend for jewelry, they like to wear them. So, gypsy people wear many cheap jewelry made of plastic, rubber, metals, imitation and natural substances like stones and coconut shells. Gypsy women wear very colorful necklaces made of clay, plastic and metals with stones to decorate. And also, married women wear many bangles in both hands. Not only that, they wear many decorative rings and earrings, especially a nose ring, and they wear anklets too. When we consider about men, they do not have special jewelry, but often they wear metal chains and bracelets. In their weddings, the bride wears silver and glass necklaces and bangles. Also, they wear a small headdress. The groom wears a black beetle chain and bangles. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you learned some facts about the trinkets of gypsy people in Sri Lanka. Thank you for listening to my presentation in earnest. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to ask from me.
What are the name of the gypsy people there? What do you call them?
Ahikuntaka. Ahikuntaka.
Ahikuntaka. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Sati Aditya from Sri Lanka. Three of my friends, Piyumdi, Minsadi, Vagisha are ready with me to speak about modern trinkets and its role and position today. When we look at modern society, we can realize that the modern jewelry has become a part and parcel of our lives. Piyumdi, what's your opinion?
Yes, Saki. At the same time, modern jewelry have become a symbol of globalization too, because those have no particular cultural identity unlike in the past.
Of course, they are rather decorative accessories worn by anybody upon preference, irrespective of country or culture. People in the modern world just select them according to the occasions.
Yeah, with the development of the society, a vast variety between modern jewelry and traditional jewelry can be seen. For an example, Sri Lankan girls wear a pair of earrings from their childhood, but when we look at modern society, regardless of gender, both young men and women are interested in piercing their ears.
Yeah, not only that, you might have seen most of the rich people wear gorgeous jewelry inlaid with precious gems to depict their wealth. Most of our traditional jewelry have been modernized with the development of the world. For an example, you might have seen some changes have occurred even in our traditional Agastya too.
So, when we discuss the topic of Sri Lankan modern metallic jewelry, we can mainly categorize them into two main parts as fashion and bridal jewelry. Normally, Sri Lankans consider modish fashion jewelry as the ornaments we use in day-to-day life at occasions like parties and functions.
They consist of necklaces, chains, pendants, bracelets, earrings, bangles typically. Apart from that, modern bridal jewelry are also significant.
Yes, dear, but still, the style of those jewelry depends on the ethnic background of the bride and groom.
But at present in Sri Lanka, we can substantially see brides with modern Western style bridal jewelry, and most of the brides in lower country have a trend to use modern Western style dress as well as jewelry.
See, all these metallic modern jewelry are made of gold, platinum, sterling silver, stainless steel, palladium, titanium, and tungsten. Among them, gold is the most notable material used in Sri Lanka.
Yesterday, I would like to know your ideas about modern jewelry made of pearls in Sri Lanka.
Pearls are timeless and classic. They never go out of style. Along with silver, pearls are trending seriously right now with unique freshwater styles and cool shapes on the rise.
Pearl has been integrated with both traditional and modern jewelry of Sri Lanka. Wagisha, can you explain Nat's gemstone jewelry in Sri Lanka?
Yes, PMD. So when we talk about modern jewelry in Sri Lanka, jewelry that are made of gems and other types of stones is one of the most fashionable and main jewelry trends. For examples, we can find beautiful necklaces, earrings, bracelets, pendants, rings, and cufflinks that are made of different types of gems and stones. In Sri Lanka, mostly we can see that gemstone jewelry are often worn in special occasions such as weddings and parties.
Yes, but in day-to-day life, we mostly wear jewelry studded with different types of stones and artificial stones that look like gemstones. Those are really beautiful, aren't they?
Very.
Of course. And also, as most Sri Lankan women wear saris for work and some occasions, they use beautiful brooches that are designed with different types of stones.
Other than these, there is something we cannot neglect. Decorative accessories made of plastic, natural materials such as coconut shells, seashells, and light types of wood that are also extremely popular in our country these days because people today do not worry much about depicting class, caste, wealth, or status to the jewelry they wear, but about the beauty and attraction it renders us. And that's an important fact that I should specially mention when we talk about modern jewelry in Sri Lanka. So that's our explanation for you. But if you have any doubts or questions to be cleared, we are glad to share our ideas with you.
Okay, thank you. I think this is all of us are familiar with. Even Indian jewelry has modernized. So I think a big round of thank you, children. Thank you so much. Can we give a big round of applause to the children of Sri Lanka? Children, can you please give us a big round of applause? A wonderful presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Who's next? Yes.
Wow, that was quite interesting and informative. It is always a pleasure to explore different cultures and values attached to it. As a part of our IDS project, we have done some research and would like to exchange the knowledge information gathered about traditional Sri Lankan Agasti jewelry.
Let us see if our children have done it enough so that you can give them the feedback. Yes, dears.
That could be very fine. Are there any problems asked about from them? Please ask.
Jewelry is made of silver and is created by Kandyan artisans who are known for their richness in concept. Agasti, a derivative of agate, was and still is a popular stone used by jewelers in Kandy in making Kandyan era jewelry. Agasti jewelry is also referred as filigree jewelry in the olden days due to its intricacy. Agasti comes in various shades of orange. A typical set of Agasti jewelry includes a necklace, earrings, and two bangles, and they are usually carried down to generations from mother to daughter as a family heirloom.
Among them is an Agasti necklace called Digamalaya, meaning long necklace, which actually falls below the waist of the bride. However, there are a number of different types of jewelry that are created using these stones, such as pendants, earrings, saree pins, hairpins, and even what is known as a Havadi. A piece of jewelry similar to a hip chain with an Agasti stone dangling at its end. What is worn of the waist of a woman dressed in a Kandhian sari, the Osariya.
Thank you, Dr.
It was fun learning about Agasti jewelry, and we also discovered that in spite of the cultural diversity, having our own beliefs, values attached to it, and yet how beautifully we connect with each other through the beads and precious gems. A wonderful live example is our temple jewelry, popularly known as temple jewelry, which resembles Agasti jewelry from Sri Lanka. Let us see a short presentation by my friends displaying the same.
Yes, doctor, that could be fine.
This was the research initially my children did. And today when they saw your presentation, all the research converted into real life experience. So that was a beauty, you know, so long they only heard and saw and researched. Today they saw it live. And I think it makes their learning more solid and tangible now. Thank you. Yes, continue.
Yes, ma'am. You see, there are so many similarities between Indian and Sri Lankan jewels, of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And ma'am, thank you, my dear friends. Yes, we could learn many things about Indian jewelry and Sri Lankan jewelry similarities.
Yes, wonderful. Can we go? Who is the next child? Continue, dear. Who is the next one? Unmute yourself.
Isn't it beautiful and enchanting that India's creations have so much in common with that of Sri Lanka? In fact, you all will be amazed to know that while exploring for the research work assigned, we found the alluring Zimbabwean beads made from bone to glass are so similar to the tribal jewelry of Rajasthan, Goa, and other states. Adding to our treasure box of knowledge, we learned about the trade links between Indonesia and Cuttack in Odisha and how it influenced the Tarakasi filigree work of Cuttack resembled the Kendari work jewelry of Indonesia. In fact, though each style of jewelry is a unique piece of creation of the land from where it originates, yet has its links and threads connected to the culture and traditions of many countries across the world, and that is what is being called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world family.
Indeed, we all are one world family. We all know that Sri Lanka is also a land with rich traditions and culture like India. We are bound together by our epics, mythology, and cultural exchanges for eons due to our geographical proximity. We share a lot of similarities and differences in culture, as already discussed in the session. Let's celebrate them by soaking into the soulful music of a land's folk dance. Dear friends, let's enjoy the amalgamation of the culture of our countries to the breathtaking performances of Bharatnatyam from Tamil Nadu, India, and Kandin dance from Sri Lanka by my friends Oindri and Oishi. What a mesmerizing performance! I would like our friends to express their feelings about the performance and the session. Also, kindly share your valuable feedback to the blog, Padlet, and mail shared in the chat box. This brings us to the end of a wonderful session wherein we got to collaborate and exchange knowledge with our energetic friends. Knowledge shared is knowledge gained. Let's check the enhanced learning. I request my friends to attempt an easy question.
Thank you so much.
I request my friend from Sri Lanka, Vagisha, to answer this question.
Swati ma'am, they can annotate, can ask them to.
Yeah. Children, you can use your mouse. We have enabled the annotation option for you. You can tick on the correct answer.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, let your friends from Sri Lanka try, dear children, DPS children, let your friends from Sri Lanka try.
Yes, correct. We have seen there the child has done. Thank you. Next question. Good.
Others can type your answers in the chat box.
Good morning.
This is the second question.
Good morning, Himaja. How are you, Bo? How are you doing? Hope you are enjoying. Would you like to answer this question?
Yes, correct. Tarakashi, correct. Which jewelry of India is similar to the Kendari work of Indonesia? Tarakashi.
Moving on to the third question.
Read out the question.
Adya, can you do that?
Yes, ma'am. Wearing ornaments is considered as a sign of good luck and prosperity. There are scientific reasons behind every ornament. Keeping the same view in mind, the scientific reason behind wearing a ring in the ring finger is, I request my friend from Sri Lanka, Dinodi, to answer this question.
Why is it somebody else taking it up? I think it's best to ask them type on the chat box, I think. Can you tell the answer?
B.
There, Dinudi has said it's B, correct. Relief from the joint pain. Thank you, Dinudi. Next.
I would like
Aditri,
to
can you read out? Aditri, can you read out question number 4?
The materials used in making this type of jewelry are the largest variety from bone to glass. Good morning, Sihansa. Hope you are enjoying. Would you like to answer this question?
The largest variety from bone to glass. Which variety is this? Yes, can you tell the answer, dear?
Yes, Sihansha has responded, answer B.
Correct, correct. Perfect. Beadwork. Thank you, Shriyasa. Shihasna. Next question.
Moving on to the fifth question. Adya, please read the question.
The jewelry which early human wore was made of. I request my friend Tanumi from Sri Lanka to answer this question.
Yes, correct. Next question, please.
Aditri, you can read out.
Choose the items which are shown in the culture box to be sent to our partner school from Sri Lanka by India as a part of IDS collaboration.
So whatever you can recollect, there were a few items shown in the culture box. You can either put it in the chat or annotate.
Yeah, one is
DPS students, please hold on. We don't want you to click.
Do you remember that when first Divyana showed you what and all we'll be sending you? Can you think of all the things that we might be sending you? You can tick at the things that you might get in your culture box.
Culture box.
You can say, what are the things did you see that you will be getting in your culture box, children?
Yeah, bullock cart, pearl set.
Perfect. Correct. Pearl set, correct.
Sanvi, please don't do better.
Yes, Mehendi cone, yes. Veena, correct. Beads necklace, yes. Nose pin, yes. Charkha, yes. Okay. Madhubani bookmark. Madhubani is an art form from Bihar. It is on the eastern side of India. It is done from vegetable dyes. Yes. Lakh bangles also we will be sending. Yes. Bindi, yes. Shell earrings, yes. And lakh bangles. E also is there. I think that's only missing. Rest all are fine. Yes. Thank you, dears. Thank you so much. We'll move to the next question.
Adya, can you please proceed? Can you ask your Sri Lankan friends? Adya Patel?
Yes, ma'am. I request my friends from Sri Lanka to share your valuable feedback by annotating on the screen.
Oh, they can write using text box. Not annotating would be a little difficult.
In the annotation, you have a text. So if you click on the text, you can type.
Place your mouse over view option. The third tab says annotate. Press on it. And then text.
Oh, there.
Or you can type in the chat box, children.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Yeah, they are doing it. I think Saloni.
Shall I continue to share or the typing in the chat box?
Are you able to annotate, children? Children from Sri Lanka.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
If one of you can take their chats and then
I think they are going on the chat. So Deepthi, you can remove, I think.
you can remove that also, and you can even type it on. If you want, one of you can copy it and put it there also. It was. Yes, Tisuli and the friends of yours. I know these children in our level are very small ones. They are from grade 3. So I would like to tell you something is if you want to, and which level are you all from generally? Hema ma'am, from which level are they?
Ma'am, the grade 3, ma'am.
I'm asking from our, and I'm asking the Sri. She's also Hema.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Principal Sri Lanka, ma'am. And which level are these girls from mostly?
6 to 10. They are from 6 to 10.
And if you want to talk, if these girls can find out and tell us if they want to know anything more from me of India or anything in their subject that can be done with higher children, I'm willing to do one more. It need not be even for IDS. We would love to have a collaboration. If you want to talk to children of your age, it will be wonderful. If there is any topics that you want to have a discussion or a seminar or anything, I'm most willing to help the children.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Your school conduct the classes 1 to 10, no?
Pardon, ma'am?
Your school conduct the classes 1 to 10, no?
Yeah, we have classes 1 to 10. If children like Tesuli, Sanuli and all, they're all senior classes, no? These were little children from our school. If you want any discussion on any topics of your choice, say for higher classes, we are willing to hold it for them because which will be more for their age. They will enjoy discussion. These are very small ones, but the presentation by children were very good. Very, very, very beautiful.
Our school, not the primary school, only classes 6 to 13. That's the problem. Your school is small students, they doing their job very well.
Yes, yes.
That would be very fine. Thank you very much.
Yes, I would love to have a discussion with my senior children. They will enjoy the discussion with senior children and they will have a very healthy. You give me any topic, we will prepare for a higher class. We can have a beautiful session with them. If you want to know, say, how our parliament works or how your government works, how elections are done, we are ready to do a presentation whenever. If you want to have a comparative study of the two countries, all that we are ready to do. Okay.
Thank you very much. That's better. Yes.
I think I will. Is there anything more, Deepthi? Otherwise, I would love.
Yeah. Give me a second. Aditya, you can start.
On behalf of TPS Miyapur, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and express our gratitude to Mrs. Hema Jayawardena, Principal, Ms. Denali Balasurya, Deputy Principal, Ms. Nilmini Gunawardena, Deputy Principal, Ms. Keshri Hera, Deputy Principal, Mrs. Dinusha Devagiri, Ms. Madhushika Senathira, Ms. Sachinta Amasinghe, Mrs. Nilmini Kumari, and students of Ratnavali Balika Vidyalaya, Sri Lanka. We have gained a lot through exchange of knowledge and hope that this session was equally fruitful for our friends from Sri Lanka too. Let us stay united and bonded with diverse cultures. Also, kindly provide your valuable feedback through blog or Padlet share. May I now request our principal, Ms. Gauri Sarkar, to speak few lines about our collaboration.
Thank you, dear. First thing is warm. I think it has been a very warm morning and a very good morning to Hema, Mrs. Hema from Ratnavalli Balika Vidyalaya. I don't want. But Ratnavalli is a beautiful name, and dear children, you were the finest gems that we got from Sri Lanka. I do not, actually we are discussing about jewelry, but I believe children like you are the finest jewels on the horizon of life, because of you people, you make our job so lovely. And from the bottom of my heart, I wish to thank Hema ma'am and her team of teachers for the wonderful effort, stupendous effort that you have put in. And Agasti jewelry, we did a little because these were grade 3 children, but the way you have presented it to us was mind-boggling, was beautiful. And this clearly speaks a lot for the school. Because when you gave us a presentation on your school, you said that your performance is one of the best. This clearly talks about the principal ma'am and her team, is because the effort that you put into this project clearly shows is a kind of work that you do. And that is why the performance of your school has been excellent. Children, you are children both from DPS and from Ratnavalli Balika Vidyalaya. You all are very lucky that you are mentored by the right kind of teachers and the right kind of gurus that we say in India. Is because of that that you are getting the best education. And the most important point that we want to drive through this is, didn't you realize we are all across the sea, but all of us are the same. We have the same nose, ears, and things, but there is people have a lot of hue and cry based on religion, region, and caste, and this. But all of you are as beautiful, as a lovely soul as anybody in the country around the world. So this is the biggest intention by these collaborations, is for you to, because I just saw the Padlet link in the chat box. One of the senior girls from Ratnavalli Balika has written, "My dear brothers and sisters." So this is the beautiful feeling that comes out of this whole activity, where she is a bigger girl and she sees these little children as her own brothers and sisters. That is the biggest learning for me, apart from learning from jewelry and all, is forging such relationship. Children, I promise you, from DPS Miapur, any kind of learning that you want, I will give you my school mail ID. Feel free anytime to call, ask us. This is what we want to know. Please feel free. If you want to make pen pals, we will give you number, address, mail IDs of our students of your level. These are little ones. Even if you have grade 3 children in your school, let's start a pen pal friendship. Lot of learning happens. So thank you, Hema ma'am, Hema Jayavardhane ma'am from Sri Lanka. Thank you to your team. Thank you, all of you. You have done an amazing job, children. You made our day today.
Dinusha ma'am has been collaborating Gauri.
Who is it?
Dinusha.
Yes,
Ma'am.
I met her on the first day. Dinusha ma'am, your effort has been tremendous, and it shows that what a wonderful teacher you are. And I'm sure you have a wonderful team support and children, and I'm sure your parents have also helped you. Thank you to all your parents. Namaskar to all of them. What do you say when you meet each other? We say namaskar. What do you all say when you meet each other?
We say Ayubowan, ma'am.
Please tell again.
Ayubowan.
What does it mean?
It also means
have
like
a long life.
Oh, wonderful. Let us, ma'am, can you just write it in the chat box so we will all say Ayubowan? How do we pronounce it? Just can you say that? Oh, Ayubowan. Okay, Ayu means life. It is very similar to what we say Ayushman or Ayu. The Bhavan means to be, I think. Ayu means to age. See the age, because it's very similar to, we have no Ayushman Bhava, we say, means be very, okay, wonderful. So all of you, let us say Ayu Bhavan together. So Ayu
Bhavan.
Namaskar. And you know, joy.
Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaskar, darlings.
Namaskar, ma'am.
Children, when we bring both the hands, yes, okay, yes. When we bring both the hands together, it means that one is in during the time of war and all that. It meant that we are free from all, we do not have any weapons. And the second thing, it says that all the acupressure points together meet, and it says that it is a very good practice. That's why when we clap also, they say it's a very good practice, because it namaskar from all of us. Ayu Bhavan, may you all live long, live healthy, and free from all the coronavirus and all the COVID situations. I hope one day we also get to meet in real life. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. I have nothing more to say. I'm very, very happy and a very joyful person today. I think real learning has happened. Thank you so much. Over to you, children.
Very much.
We are also very happy. We are very lucky to have with you and your school people.
Ma'am, we will take it much further. We will not stop it here. Any kind of learning you want, I would love to go on ahead with these kind of, it will make great learning. In any level you want, please do tell us.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Anything else? Anybody will want to talk?
Yes, ma'am, we were so fortunate to get this opportunity to take part in this very enjoyable and interesting program. I don't have enough words to thank you all, dear Madam Raina, the headmistress of the teachers, and the dear sisters and brothers of Delhi Public School. Thank you so much for your friendliness, dear sweet little brothers and sisters. And we did love your cute little voices, and we were glad. And we honestly hope that this friendship will prosper and increase in the future.
Wonderful, very good. Yes.
I have to thank Madam Principal, Mrs. Javadana, Deputy Principals, and the teachers too for the commitment and the time and their efforts for our benefit. Last but not least, my sisters who performed their best and supported the success of this entire program should be appreciated with all my heart. Thanks again and again. And let me make a wish on behalf of all of us. Let us be friends and let us meet one day when the world is safer and healthier, with love in our hearts and brotherhood and friendship that never ends. Thank you.
Wonderful, beautifully finished. Tenumi, you couldn't have finished in a better way. You voiced our thing. You couldn't have said it better. Tenumi, you're in which class?
Madam, I'm in grade 8.
You would like to meet the grade 8 friends of my school?
I'd love to, madam. Yes.
Yeah, we would. I would definitely organize for you all anything. We would get it organized. Any topic we can discuss, and then anything that you want to learn from us. Please send me your mail IDs. I will give you my mail ID. Any topic that you would love to discuss on, please feel free. I will get you connected with my children for sure.
Thank you so much, madam.
Mr. Tanimi.
Yes, anybody want? That's it. Thank you, children. Shall we end the meeting, ma'am? Anything else?
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Gauri Sarkar, ma'am. May we all rise for the national anthem of Sri Lanka, followed by India.
All of you rise.
Sri Lanka Mata, Apa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata, Sundara Srivarini, Surani Ati Shobhamana Ranga. Sata Siri Chita Sadana Jeevanai Mata Kini Anumena Atu Bhakti Purna Namo Namo Mata Apa Sri Lanka Namo 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 जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे I think that'll. Also, before we end, I think there is a story that even Rabindranath Tagore was a part of the creation of the national anthem of Sri Lanka. Also, he worked closely with the one. I don't know how much truth is there. So there is so much of togetherness amongst us. I think that will be all, and thank you, everybody. Is that we can end the meet now? No?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all the children.
Ma'am, I'll end the
Thank you,
meeting.
ma'am.
Teachers, just stay back. The rest of you can. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you,
much.
ma'am.
Thank
You, ma'am.
Ayubowan.
you. Ayubowan.
So much, ma'am, and dear sisters and brothers.
Thank you, Beta. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am, and little brothers and sisters. Namaskar.
You're looking very pretty. This only in which class are you?
Ma'am, I'm from grade 11 according to Sri Lanka's education system.
Yeah, so we will also be around that. We also have 11 next year. So
Oh.
anything, yeah, we too have 11. It's after 10, right?
Only 10,
When-
no?
Yes, ma'am.
10th plus 2, yes. Wonderful.
Madam, is it the same system, education system that has in India? Is it same as Sri Lanka?
See, we have till grade 10, we write a board exam. Then we have 11 and 12. In 11 and 12, the child chooses whether he wants to take a science group or other children from DPS can leave. The children from Sri Lanka can stay back. And if you want to know more things from us, we can.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
No, totally
Yes,
fine.
Tesuli, and for us, after grade 10, children choose science group, math group, or commerce group. However, now we have a new education policy that has started that will start becoming effective. In that case, 9, 10, 12 will become one group.
Oh, ma'am, it's like mostly same as Sri Lanka because when we are whenever we are in grade 11, I mean when we are 16, we are doing an exam called O-level exam, and after that only we have to use whether we are doing math stream or science